Hello. Let's be honest, this was a long time coming for my specific friend group. This was a long time coming. I think I mentioned that during the post Endwalker MSQ, the one that I binged, I got my Viper to level 90, and this is basically the Endwalker Viper gear. I basically maxed this out. So this will be good for me until I can level 95 or whatever. So yay! God, if everyone saw me saw me just playing this game right now, be like, caught up. He's caught up. Run to him. He's caught up. Anyway, we're here. We're doing this. Artie. Welcome back, Artie. I just the words from Aaronville. It seems he managed to secure passage to Torel aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. So actually, before I continue, I think it's relatively safe, or it's relatively mandatory that we watch this together. Because I actually have not seen this. Like, every time I played, I hit the skip button. Don't ask how I keep avoiding spoilers. I just had that skill.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Put out.
I am so glad that I waited. Do I know how I managed not only skip and avoid watching the entire trailer, but also avoid spoilers in general for all of Dawntrail? Do I know that? Do I know how I managed that? No. But that's a skill. I'm so glad I waited to watch that one. I was about to actually ask, like, hey, where's the newcomer? There it is. Oh, there she is. Yeah. I'm like looking to see that I have the original. No. No, I don't. Leave it to me to not have it. What's the new map? That's definitely fun. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail on the moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Arabelle himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tarl. There'll be passengers, researchers, and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share the deck space. That's fine, Annabelle. I doubt anyone expected to have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. Whoop, I forgot her name a little bit. I wouldn't call it concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Dawntrail, yes? Dawntrail. We've not forgotten. I'm gonna try this without spinning whilst I heard it. Tudi Yochlau. Tudi Yochlau is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. If only Red was here, maybe I could have him just be like, ah, yeah, you got it, or no, you got it horribly. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawntrail. In the addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Dawntrail seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Terra, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they might find common ground, develop strong ties, the sort of insight that might help our friends in Elsbart. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contents all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Tara? Yes. As far as we continue to determine from the old missive I found, we had been tasked with investigating the golden seal by your father, the Dawntrail. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Because the gold seal is definitely a reference to Eldorado. That's like, this is the FF14 version of Eldorado. That's a fact. The earring, however, that symbol is very specific to Green Mage. In all Final Fantasy, if you see something with 3 clovers, it's Green Mage, like just Green Mage. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance it will pop up. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting you. In any case, you're not the only one with interest in the City of Gold. The Golden Steel is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Boy sailor, let the wind take us as she pleases. We won't make you a Dawntrail by standing here and talking about it. I go wherever the adventure is found. Nah. Well said. We won't get far wallowing in the shadows. Right then. If all are still committed to the journey, then I say we shall make ready to depart. Oh yeah, there's also an FF14 event for All Saints Wake. I'll do that like I can do that right now because usually it takes me about like a few minutes to get it done, literally. But I'll probably do it more closer towards like the time it's done. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well.
savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do that again.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bluefishwin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off! It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
This is actually the first time I've actually caught up to an expansion.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Toral.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me! Waklamat!
Color. Damn, everything is so bright. It's colorful.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own. Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Oh, this is my first visit to Rome. Bonjington's the name. I was working at Ishtan's Age Medics. You see, but my point with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlene in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened. I'm told the Dawn servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so the Leopold seems like the perfect place to begin. Hopefully things will be better this time. I'm like trying to find like a good middle ground with the music and the voices. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Okay, so either she gets emotional sickness by the boat, or she's panicking. Well, not really panicking, more like very, very nervous about the Dawn Servant trials. I can feel my edge start to dull on the bones of the voice. How about some light sparring there? I see you was a part. You created a famous hero. I'd had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when you took big pains in deception, but with more of you Eorzans coming to the trial, wait, what? Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our war friends have fallen, and so we head back. So we head home to lick our wounds. Wait. That was an entire shift change in that text. Wow. My story, huh? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kithiram. You know, the first Eorzen set foot in Thrall, almost 80 years ago. The Mamo's Jow's leader is said to have welcomed Kithiram with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was a crop seed product, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across the Eorzen like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Tales say Kithiram returned to Thrall several times after, but his ship vanished from his laughter portfolio, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like King could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean peril. I'm like switch between dialects. In my own tongue. It's like my Spanglish wants to come out and I don't want it to. I've heard Aaron Bob was looking for passive for the club, so I managed to squeeze his party aboard one departed vessel. As fortune would have it, we had just scheduled an expedition to Tara. Ready? I spoke to the shipmates, sort out into the distance away, and it might be pleasant like the passive. There you go. Yay. At least on charm, so I think the urn ball. Okay. An adventure, I presume. I'm a merchant based in Ulda. Specialty imports and exports, euros and imperial. If this is your first crossing of the salt, as they say, do remember that the social norms of Eorite are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead of by names of certain clans. From the Coco, from the Mikore, the Hishitsaro, Krokgar, Zigzibral, Shidral, Shidral, there we go. But not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. There's some certain races, but take care not to do offense. Until this vessel has been equipped with barrel generators to detect the storms, a reassuring thought, let's pray that there's no need for. Do you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn's servant shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession. Your young wolf Lamet being one of them, of course. But from what Mamulja Blok was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their home on the 3rd box. I look more relaxed now, so I'm not ready for like, you know what, and like death and despair. No, really look more relaxed. I hadn't heard about the climate things. We should have a map on there. I'll teach us the one that we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly out.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any
She
better?
is. She is motion sickness.
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
She doesn't have her seedlings yet.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many of you ever live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're the teeth of the now, lads! Reef that sail for the last snaps!
Oh dear.
Only over that watch! This wind's too strong to take in your sail! I'm falling off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease. Voklamat, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Oh. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Yeah.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
kind of troubled with what we were expecting. Ah, it's so nice to feel familiar breeze again. I wasn't sure my stomach would make it. What an amazing city. As Ivy has cooled down, being more colorful. According to Ironval, the venue I saw belongs to a clan known as the Hanu. It seems they share more than a physical resemblance. Well, despite the storm's effort to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Okay, first thing first. Still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. The argument here, I should very much like to explore, and I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? We are wondering who these strange folks were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers on here. Followers? Well, Clement, are you on well? Not at all. It couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As surrounded by handpicked entourage here, I have recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I'd like to show them around the city and stuff. It sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectable distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, so don't worry if that you are to bother me. You are very kind. Good day to you, third class. Good home. Both time I set me royalty. Like it or not, the person of her station is surrounded by this and letters is bound to draw a card. What do you mean, practically? I suggest moving to groups, though I am still attract less attention. Just technically ignore me then. Artie, you and Carly can come with me. I'll take this with them. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. I didn't read the last part. The void was I realized I was reading without my mic on because I was talking. So what happened was, I spoke with Clara. Too yellow isn't going anywhere. Let's give Wolfram a little more time. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What, the big contest, leaving and all? Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Annabelle already mentioned that the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships mooring at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the river from inland coming. Much of the incoming traffic is the Trail, the southern landmass that the clans there carries the correct way. The wares are unloaded here and carted off to merchant stalls in the neighboring market. Speaking of which, Bayside Bay should be our next stop. Yep. I know all this. Let's go. Wandering around the city is so exciting. Familiar wonders everywhere. Everywhere we look. This is Bayside Bay. Julio allows the largest marketplace. Right? Listen. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelf. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh right, I should mention that here in Julio, we buy things with currency that Hello created. Don't worry, more and more trade is coming from Indonesia, so most shops are happy to accept your gift. But there's also another market to the east of here. But that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. I think it's either Wak or Wachu Mek. I have to listen to that one first. Next we'll head back a bit, then northwards upstairs is our closet. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. But not only that, this is where blue magic originated. So when they do expand the level, raise the level for like 90 for blue mage. Right now, what are we at? We're at level 80. That lag, I love it. Obviously sarcasm. No, I'm not like lag. think of that, right? Goodness me. You have Ether's in Julipa? I think I told you before, but my brother, I know, spent 3 years studying in Charlie. He fell in love with the motion and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of Ether construction. Papa warmed up his idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the tuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is a gate which leads to X Tutorial. Let's make a stop at the bright pool post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the landscape. I love the lag. Right now things are lagging a little bit. I think it's because this is a very busy place. That and also there's a lot of people. Okay, I can actually hear my head more. I can actually hear thoughts in my head more. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Oklamet gets her endless endurance. We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain, as you can see. So the buildings make sure the city's main thoroughfares are wide enough to accommodate wagons. Judging by the trailer, there's something in there. I want to fight. If I'll get probably take me like 3 attempts compared to the AO names. It probably take me much more quicker with this. Yeah, thank you again for the lanes. Oh, thank goodness he's right up. But he's right side. Share will come up dislike of ships. I'm not especially eager to make that voyage again. Here we are, Bright Bloom Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending illegal piles and preserving the peace. The line guards are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so nationally, Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 30 years ago, when Zoriel Ja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means that first promise is considered equal to the Dawn servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to. We'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alpina and Alize should be around here too. Come on, it's time I show you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talamak. No, I did not. I did. Never mind. I did. So that means I would need Okay. I can probably get those much more later. This is probably the one time where I'm so glad that I have my bike. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge through March. Both were constructed by a race of giants. Oh, ooh. Strictly speaking, Dawntrail is actually two separate continents. Dawntrail, the southern lands of the mother, and Dawntrail, the northern lands of the father, which lies beyond the bridge. One says, it is used to be one great landmass. But long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle. And when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as it split the continents in twain. Two gods fighting? Why do I get the premise of a Xenoblade game popping into my head? Yeah, that doesn't go over his head. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between Heidelin and Zodiac. But getting back to Zakurao, those lands are also a part of Tuliolal Nation, correct? Tuliolal Nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Doral had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lines and put a stop to the Myria conflict that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gates than hearing about my aspirations. Damn, I got called out for that. Crossing the bridge through Zakurao requires a special traveling pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the registration is over. I promise to get you one when I'm done serving, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. Then I'll make you win. Mark my words. I wish I could go there right now. You really mean that? Quote to adventure who stands between you and adventure. If you stand in my way from an adventure, I will make you regret it. I really am the trash gremlin. There we go. I was like, why did my headphones suddenly decide to crap out? I will come back to them. Give me a split second. And I can't flash up first. No, I can't use my bike. Never mind. What's this flying? Never heard of that. Never heard of this convenient thing called flying. The one thing I want to make sure I have in all cities, no matter what, is aspect of teleportation. Obviously, especially when, I think like this is a normal stable fact that I try to gather every form of teleportation that I can grab before continuing the MSQ. In this case, however, it might be a bit harder, as now I have to grab 10. Fun time. How's that one not down with me? Yeah, that one probably. I'm probably gonna get that last. Let's make these two, because these are the closest. Nope, that was the wrong way. Game is still lagging. Still doing its stupid thing. Give it like a second. There we go. Give it like a second to catch up. I'm gonna stay right here until that animation is done proper. Yep. That was also another animation I was waiting for. So, to explain, there is a massive lag spike or input delay, and it's not my keyboard this time. Actually, it's actually my. I think it's the processing between the frames or my internet connection and speed to the servers. It's that communication line. And I was expecting this, but I was like, oh, okay. I was not expecting it to hurt this badly. It is like that specific lag. Obviously, it's mainly because like Dawntrail, brand new, and Square is trying to process all of these input commands and everything that is happening. So yeah, it's an uphill battle, especially if you have very laggy connections. I feel so bad for like people that doesn't have like strong internet speed or strong internet connection. Those input delays are gonna be the death of them. We must have covered half the city by now. Tuli, well, it is unlike any places I visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. We'll head west next. The Arc of Dawn. The desirable peaceful landing is on the way. The Rangeables too. The two certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of the area, let me know and we'll continue on. The Arc of Dawn. The Arc of Dawn is on the other side of the city. So speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. I think we're going to like right here, so I think it's a good idea that I left it. This, if we go this way, I'm kind of upset, but also at the same time kind of glad. That means I got a chance to test a little bit of my connection speed. Right now, I think everything is smoothing out a little bit. A little bit, I say. I'm struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of the mountain. There was originally the site of Yokku Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Dawntrail to praise the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After Yokku withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was established, his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Dawntrail. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city we see today. Speaking of houses, we're passing through their Pleasant Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuli. We'll climb these sets of stairs here all the way up. Yeah, it was right. Okay. sheer scale. That part. Okay. Damn it. Alright, so they were going that way. The sheer scale of the palace is incredible. I wonder what the carvings at the top represent. Allah's palace is called Bol Tosnu, which roughly translates to the invisible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll come back later. Come back here later. Let's move on now for now. Right. So that was my own sake to just run ahead and grab those teleporters, because obviously we're coming here. Yay! Well, one thing for sure is I'm kind of glad that I was able to render it in. So this is a resplendent quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, you have residents from all over Toral's clan. The Mamponsha, Ishi Paral, Pepelu Pepelum, Mobin, Hanu Hanu. We also have the Tonawa Watana. Tonawa Wata. The Hetsaro and the Shetono. The Shetona, who moved south from the ancestral lands in Zaksara. Yeah, it is Duck. I think it is Shuck or Jock. Duck. Because for some reason, when it comes to Square Enix games, any character that has the X in their name, he's like a SH nose. And it's like, think of it like Shion, Zaldan, the only time you actually can hear the X is like, actually Zaldan is kind of like it, but you also hear the shush. It's like Axel, Vexen, like the X is prominent. And then other times, like Shion, you don't really hear the X. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every crowd. The true representation of Uhikal's diversity's character. The adornments on each building contributes to the electric sculpture aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we'll continue down the stairs. It's electric. That big drum there is called the Dawntrail. Then they play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Landsguard's return from dangerous duty. Oh, I see. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin, earning me a proper scolding. Let me tell you, I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? Ow. And here are the dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear the other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuligopal. We have them for the exact reason, as the Etherites wanna brought back the plans to Charlene and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements, trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about the dirigibles. The Arcadon awaits. Yes, okay. Please be moist. Out of here. Oh, no, it's not. Thanks. This is it. The Ark of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as Jupiter Land. But when Papa found the Tuligopal, everyone began using its present name in honor of its great achievement. So this game, through this gate, Ozama Tuka, the wetland south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asked of us, we might end up going in that direction. Let me rest my tongue, please. Ozama Tuka. Unknown as a tree. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome for the bean. So the alpacas here are the equivalent of the what? The birds in Austria or in Australia. Please don't tell me this is the equivalent of the emus. Fearsome. They seem quite tasted to me. You'll learn soon enough. You'll learn soon enough. But forget the alpaca. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Give it a second, because I'm... Are these pillars? What Lamont? What? Are these pillars what Lamont wants to show us? If you wish to learn the history of Tuligopal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? This spot captures crowd attention. What is special about these pillars, Devon? May ask. At a glance, they may look ordinary stone decoration, but if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel it from what? Like, I love these names, it's just... Let me rest my tongue just a little bit to pronounce them, or at least I hear them once or twice. More in voice. Pictures. Wait, no. These are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Amal Ja. Oh, then this must be Ma-Mu-Ja. Ah, this must be. That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Galul Shaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolas. We call it the Tuliolas Sage. Saga. Saga. I played Magic Gathering. It's Saga. Shut up. The deity performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no way to learn about Julia how came to be. Study them as long as you like. There we are. This one recounts the delay of repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is an extremely like me. Sorry, depicted here is of the X-Sprawl like me. For decades, the X-Sprawl and the Mamuja were at war for control of the forest of Yoxel. The actions Papa took to end the conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in founding Tuliyopal. For the clan of Kroskar in the Baja known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Taral, Baril men and women appears to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. I can see where things happen. I have questions. No, not questions. I have comments. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicted the moblins of the Kozama Uka. They might wear a mask and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silverware they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with Disun or Taral counterparts. Brotherhood. The pillar tells the Layer Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer something. I can never remember the name. You mean Captain Ram? Ah, that's the one. Captain Ram arrival in Taral. It was prompted Papa to embark on his journey. That's the one. Kataram's arrival in Taral is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Captain Ram's appearance is a mystery in yours as well. The records say he traveled between lands and yours for a while, but then it is assumed he was lost at sea. Here, we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village, in the Kozama Ukam. The people of note mistook for Vanu Vanu. If not for their colorful plumage, he spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I do not know what is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festive year, very famous and a lot of fun. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. No. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So just clicking here, we'll go to the second. Lay of Gold. The Lay of Gold. The pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in. I love these names. God damn it! Let me rest my mouth. Let me rest my tongue. Pacha. Pacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchants Fund. They oversee Tuli of Clouds markets, and their traveling pendulars are a common sight, no matter where you go in Tara. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculated traders. The Lay of Proof. That big fellow of yours. That big fellow is of the Yokku, the largest Thrall's popular. The Lay of Proof. That big fellow is of the Yokku, the largest of Thrall's people. These giants once used their giant size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yokku. They brought the southern reaches to the hill. They then turned northwards, setting their sights on Jaksaral. You recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkpol Pacha. I've never seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on the mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. Why would they move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in real history? Blank. We look at that last. Oh, Jesus Christ. I saw that name and I was like, ah. Oh, this one is my favorite, the Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Toral Vidral. Manda. The Valigarmanda. Yeah, I think I got it. I should explain. A Tral Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its useful lifespan and awakened to preternatural powers. The tower described the far eastern spaces in a familiar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? The Valley Yarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Rune, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Peral every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end after a great struggle. Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urpok Pacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, the Valley Garmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tiliohal's national emblem and adorned the banners at the palace. And adorning the palace. Oh, this one is unmarked. Taba says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tiliohal's history, whatever that might be. Had you fill up history then? Yes. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprise. They're seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So, let's go and have ourselves a bit of local delicacies. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. Have you ever had tacos? They're a Turyo classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from the corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at the Shibalov. Here best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with Old Baruch Evu. Let me rest my own. I think I just heard the crack on my back. Alright. Or just loading. Just look. I don't know how long it's gonna take to give us that everything.
Brook Evo!
I was right, bro.
My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils. Oh! Ah!
If it isn't the third promise.
What the?
I don't know these ones. New salt. Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother. Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor. Glory on your name, brother. And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense. Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common.
Bakul Jaja.
The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo,
Here we go.
the Bunewa,
Unawa.
and the Dopro.
Toko.
Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubiko and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
I was looking forward to trying some authentic Japanese cuisine, but we should hurry and drink out to know the other house. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but we can head from the Riverson Port or even the eastern side of Helen Market if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your own way to the follow Kushna. Belly. Do you have any better feel for the city now? Do you have a better feel for the city now? Yeah. We saw a two-headed Amuja on the way here. Another Clement in the right succession, according to Arundel. The food is amazing. A passing Amuja let us try out a fruit called cherry malt. Yeah. And it was just sublime. There are so many narrow winding streets, but even if you get lost, all you have to do is keep heading up and you'll arrive at the palace, eventually. You made it, good, then we're all here. You're still hungry enough to eat up all those food. I'll leave it, but the content won't wait for us forever. God damn it. I acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. The unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Inadvertently, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly co-rules. She's proud of that. And I understand all too well that Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time to solve the inside of Papa. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, so there's no telling what he might be in for. I love the loading time. I am literally running on toast of fire. I'll load eventually. At least I know I didn't crash. That's the one plus. And now we just sit here and there we go. Okay. Oh.
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That's Baba.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawnservant. I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! All-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zerolja. The second promise, Gona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shok Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the rite of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own four eyes.
So does it? Truly does exist.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same.
But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja's successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Golov.
Love the void. You become one with the void.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads. I've made my decision. I mean to see it through.
Is that so? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come!
It's Saralja!
Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion's son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landscape. Saralja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion, common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Kryl, are you all right?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyolan. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class. and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies. It's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Alright. So, not sure if thankfully my microphone didn't pick anything up. After this, the game finally loads. I can complete the quest. This is probably like the last one for today. I ended here, but after it's finally loaded everything. I don't want to miss it. explosive. And when we decide to plan for the scientific course, and in the case we talk to about how we're going to find the City of Gold. Only know the work are 7 tablets and a connection to the Tuliola saga. I'd suggest first comparing the tablets against pillars, we should check our descriptions between them. So anyway, let's take a look. Okay, so I'll come back to this probably later or tomorrow, but for now, I intend to do this. So yeah, cheers for now, and we are fishing now in Dawntrail. Alright, cheers.